the admin building, the old admin building, almost about the size of a closet. And she was excited to show me the cup holder that was built into her new computer. After laughing for a minute or two, I let her know that the cup holder was actually her CD-ROM. Remember that? Yeah. I love Ms. Cross. When I returned to KHS as a co-worker in 2010, she welcomed me with open arms. The only thing that changed about her was her office location. She was still helping students find success. I think her technology changed a little bit as well. When Ms. Cross started her career at Kathleen High School in 1993, before many of you were born, the scholarship total for the school year was $100,000, and that may sound like a lot, but in 2011, only 18 years later, when she retired, our students had earned nearly $10 million that school year. Woo! That's really and that's a tribute to what she did with students. She certainly has a knack for showing us the money. Even greater than showing students how to earn money, she was dedicated to doing everything she could to ensure that we had a strong foundation to build a successful future upon. She not only accomplished this, but she did it remarkably well. On a personal level, I would not be where I am today if it was not for this one woman. And I know many others feel the same that I do. So, if you would, if you're sitting in the audience tonight and this lady, Ms. Donna Cross, had a profound impact in your life, please stand. That's just a small sample, Ms. Cross, of the many lives that you've touched throughout your career. She's been recognized countless times. If you read her biography in the program, she was recognized by the Ron Brown Foundation as the National Mentor of the Year. We recently recognized her by renaming our College and Career Lab after her, the Donna Cross College and Career Lab. But when I asked her what her greatest achievement was, it wasn't an award. Those things are nice. Her response was remarkable. She said, "My greatest success is seeing my students make good choices to excel, become productive members of the community that give from the heart, and furthering themselves in the workplace, whether they're coming from college, a technical school, or the military." She went on to say this: she's excited to see so many of her former students coming back here to Kathleen High School to teach, mentor, and give back to the community that helped raise them. She says KHS has the best students, bar none. And indeed, Ms. Cross, we believe that as well, and you're a big reason why. In closing, I want to read a statement from Mr. David Hutchinson, a retired Kathleen High School counselor. He said this about Ms. Cross: "No one in Polk County ever came close to the direct positive influence that Mrs. Cross had on high school students. The students and their parents knew when they had suggestions or directions from her, they had received the word and how to succeed." And I couldn't agree with Mr. Hutchinson more. Ms. Donna Cross understands the power of serving others. She has spent the majority of her life doing just that, and for that we are forever grateful. It is both an honor and a privilege to introduce Hall of Fame inductee Ms. Donna Cross.
When Dr. Rod hired me as college and career facilitator back in 1993, I didn't really know, neither one of us knew what type of job, how much fun was involved in it, but I knew it was going to be a great job and a fun job. In 1993, when we started here, Kathleen Chuck and said only raised $100,000. So when we left there, it was over $10 million. That's a statement to say that these kids really wanted it. Many of our students come from broken homes or lower-income families, and sometimes they come from both, but their only hope was that they had to attend college or make it through scholarship as a team we went to work. We developed a motto, if it's free, it's for me, and we used it for 16 years, because we sure didn't want our parents to have to spend any money out of their pockets. We wanted everything to come as free as we could do. Our students were so thirsty for knowledge, it made it easy for us to teach them how to go about the process of writing the essay that they just love to write, and meeting deadlines. We played the game and we won that game year after year. We not only work on Polk County, but we work on the state of the nation. We not only left Kathleen with high GPAs and rewards, but we returned with high GPAs and more national awards. Each year we had at least one candidate receive a coveted George Jenkins Scholarship or a Gates and Lending Scholarship, which are full rides for 4 years and beyond, or an appointment to a military academy. Our students attended universities all over the nation, graduating with high honors, and including Harvard and the military academy. These universities were attended by our students with little or no money out of theirs or their families' pockets. One of the fun parts of my job was to take road trips. We loved road trips. We would load up the juniors and seniors, we'd go visit a local university, community colleges, and let the students make a decision on a big school, small school, public or private. What they really wanted to look at was how was the food tasted or what kind of dorm room they were sleeping. And what was the ratio of girls to boys, boys to girls. That was on their mind. We asked them, telling them to make the right choice of college is not very well. But a good tech school or the military was. My greatest accomplishment is knowing that I was able to teach them the many values of life, to remember to dress for success, to bring back to community your accomplishments, mentor students, stay involved in charity, stay active in the church, and above all, believe in yourself. So when these students would come back to Kathleen with a big smile on their faces, they always said they came back successful in life. They came full circle, completed their education, whether it was college or tech school, or through the military. They were members of their community, some of them were starting a family, but all found time to give back to the community that gave them. What I see today is former students coming back to Kathleen as teachers and administrators. One former student is now Lieutenant Commander of the Coast Guard, second in command of a cutter. His brother graduated from Florida Southern. The top of his class is a business investor, is now employed with Airline. And as his son, another student we had graduated from the University of South Florida as a business investor, he's employed by Verizon. We had another student who, with a product of the George Jenkins Scholarship, graduated the top of his class at Florida Southern and is now the head basketball coach at Barnes High School, and he's still mentoring his students. I've had the pleasure of meeting former students everywhere, and they're all here to let me know that they've done it and they've come full circle. I thoroughly enjoyed my job seeing the students reach for the highest end of the tree and succeed in grabbing it. I've always said you have to teach and show them how to be successful, and then they have to follow up what was taught to them. If you don't teach them, they cannot be successful. If you don't tell them their expectations, how can they do the job? So simply put, is to teach and show them the correct way to succeed. So I want to thank the committee for nominating me for this prestigious award. But as you can see, it was not all me. I was lucky enough to be chosen to work with the greatest kids ever, and Kathleen's kids are the best in the whole world. So thank you again, it really has brought my world tonight.